Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with a 53 TP, and let's try to make this beautiful, magnificent mother trucker work. Meanwhile, the last video with this tank was back in 2022, so we need to refresh the video. Overall, I believe the tank is quite nice, especially if you are playing the tank properly. The biggest highlight is alpha damage and the gun handling overall where the tank goes. And fellas, if you want to rate the tanks yourself in the index page, you can log in via our gaming API and you can simply rate the vehicles. Currently we have over 157,000 ratings, over 16,000 accounts participated, so don't wait forever. Feel free to log in and feel free to tell your opinion. What do you think about one or another tank? Also, one more thing, we have a new function in the index. If you are going to click on the maps and you will select whatever map you want, for example Lakeville, you can find the highlights and the games from the YouTube videos which we had. So you can see how to play with a shitlock, how to play with TS5, how to play with LT432, and many other things, right? Especially great whenever you are struggling on one or another map, right? It is great way to learn how to play it. Anyways, what do we have? The first game, Malinovka encounter battle. I mean, since we are top tier, so we are going on top of the hill instantly. I am not even considering any other alternative option. If I would be a bottom tier, I would probably try to risk it for the biscuit and go like this. But in this situation, I do not really think it is necessary and it is worth it. Meanwhile, what is worth it? There is a Scorpion G who made a mistake. He is getting spotted. So we are going to use our awesome gun handling just to simply slap the living crap out of this gentleman. What is the best thing about this tank? For this alpha damage, which is 420, gun handling, okay? The trades which you can do with this tank is good, especially if you are trading against the medium tanks and whatnot, and gun accuracy is very okay and very nice for the gun like this, or I supposed to say for a tier and for the gun like this. Obviously, by any means, it is not a Scorpion gun handling or something, right? Although I hear that some people do not enjoy Scorpion so much, but you get the point what I'm saying. I am saying that the gun handling is nice, but it is not tank destroyer nice. This is what I'm saying. Now, another super important thing to highlight about this tank is armor-wise, it isn't perfect, okay? That's for sure, and it is a fact. Where the armor goes, this tank isn't super heavy tank. So you need to try to do your best to stay hold down to the best of your abilities, obviously, and in the same time just try to dodge the shells from the enemy side. This is going to be the hardest part, obviously, but it needs to be done. By the way, in this situation, I do not really want to play on top of the hill because Trash 103 will shred me like there is no tomorrow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn around and I will try to play hold down to the best of my abilities from over there, right? I hope that our Liberty, although this is very much debatable, I hope that we will have some sniper schnitzels in the back, and I hope that our team would realize that they need to support us on top of the hill, but soon we are going to figure this out. This is a problem. Liberty isn't paying attention, and Nomad, unfortunately, he has his problems himself. So in this situation, fellas, we are just farming as much damage as we physically and possibly can. This game doesn't look like it is going to be phenomenal or it is going to be the best game ever, but you know what? I am not the one who is going to give up and say, oh, that's it, a bad team doesn't have a great positions. What to do? Try to do our best, and that's it, you know? Some games sure are unwinnable, but it doesn't stop us from aiming the shots properly and trying to punish enemies for their mistakes and for their stupidity. And this is exactly what we are doing in this type of situation, right? Speaking about this type of situation, Liberty is dead. Please focus on the gun handling of this vehicle, okay? Truly, fellas. For this alpha damage, holy bananas from Banana Land, this tank has a lot of things to offer, okay? It's just to highlight the strength of this tank. And there is no shame to play in the second lane, not to be up front, especially whenever you see you have a humongous disadvantage, right? There is no shame in that. All we need to do, we need to try to get maximum use of all of this. Hopefully we can slap the enemies in the face. If not, then not. You know, not much what we can change about that. I'm very, very well aware of that enemies have 3 guns on top of the hill, and I am pretty much alone. Well, by saying I'm pretty much alone, the score is 4 to 10. Indeed, that looks very, very, very bad. I am aiming for a weak spot. Unfortunately, I'm missing the shot. That's unfortunate, but not much what we can change about that, and we are sitting in the deep, 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 deep Kaku hole at the moment. I cannot really blame the tank for this, to be completely honest with you. I needed to say good things about the gun handling, right? I cannot blame the tank at the moment, to be fair with you. Some games are like this whenever you just simply have no team. And it happened to be that in this situation, our team is just significantly weaker than enemy team is. Obviously, it doesn't stop us from trying to do my best, and this is what we are doing. Yes, I'm very, very well aware of the sniper schnitzels who are sitting here in the back. I get it, believe me. I see that Nomad sitting over there. I understand, fellas. I understand, but nevertheless, let's try to do our best. We are okay. We got this, fellas. We got this. Taking my time to aim the shot properly. I can see this T-29 getting involved. That is completely fine. Unfortunately, I am down to fartable at the moment, so it is matter of the time whenever we are going to be sent to the garage. I hope for one more shot, and luckily we have it. That's completely fine. So look, we got most use from like the worst situation possible, right? We try to play hold down for a best of our abilities, and this tank has a very, very weird feature. Upper plate is weaker than lower plate. I know it sounds very, very weird and everything, but it is how it is whenever you are on the flat field. And you need to get used for this as well. In other words, not everyone knows that, but people who knows that, they know that, right? Looking into all of this, just to show the armor model, whenever you are on the flat ground with this tank, upper plate is like 170, 180 millimeters thickness, and lower plate is 190, right? So if someone doesn't know that, and especially if we are talking about the taller tank will have even a bigger problem to penetrate the lower plate compared to the upper plate, right? So remember this. Obviously, whenever you are playing hold down, it may look tiny touch better, but still, good luck with that. Armor isn't selling point of this vehicle. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, 3.5 thousand damage, 200 assisting damage, 3 kills, that's completely fine. Considering what kind of team we had, we should be proud of our result, and you know what I am. We are first by experience, first by the damage, and we got ourselves minus 10,000 credits, but that's to be expected. It's okay. Let's keep it up. Oh, look at this matchmaking. What matchmaking is telling us? Matchmaking is saying, excusez-moi, Siegfried Line standard battle tier 6 matchmaking. You lost the last game, so we will try to do our best to allow you to win. Thank you very much. Very, very nice. Looks like my dad is on the shift. Excellent. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to play in Echo 7. I really love this position. We can punish the tourists, and usually whenever we are playing against the lower tiers, usually there is obviously the chance to find the tourist is significantly higher. So that is very, very, very good stuff, right? This is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need. By the way, our counterpart is our brother from another mother. It is a premium tank. And I can tell you one thing, fellas, that premium tank is going to be a bit stronger, right? I think this is very important thing to highlight, right? Where the armor goes, 50TP prototype is significantly better, right? But we are not going to flex with our armor, we are going to flex with our gun. All we want to see someone making a silly goose mistake, peeking sideways and then schneif from the right hand. That's what we need. Also, we can see that Panther won't be able to play over there, and if enemies are smart, especially that 50 TP prototype, he should be sitting somewhere over there. Yes, I'm very, very well aware of the Borat and Progetto, I know, but I do not really want to try to fight against them, to be completely honest with you. At the moment, we are just simply waiting over there patiently. And I know it may sound weird, why would you do that and whatnot, but I think this is the proper way to do the things, honestly. And we are just testing the enemy patience. As you can see, Borat was impatient. Borat instantly took one for the team. Now we have ISU who is making a hardcore pressure like this. He managed to slap the T-25 AT. We are joining the fight and kaboom, he is down to fartable. Very, very, very nice. Also, I'm really curious where this 50 TP prototype is. Yeah, not a big surprise. We could expect that, and to be fair with you, we were expecting this. Now, in this situation, we are sitting in a bit of the poo-poo hole because, as you can see, this tree is knocked down. What that means? That means, unfortunately, but I should not be able to spot the enemies here by myself. This is kind of a hard one, but it is how it is. Speaking about the hard one, we are going to say hello for this tier 6. And this armor is good enough to bounce the tier... for tier 6s not to penetrate us automatically. So that is very, very good stuff. If he will keep pushing in front, we should be... Ow! Yo, minus 800 from the ISU. Okay, at least we know that ISU is sitting somewhere around this area. That is okay. At least now we have the information, right? Oi, that was painful one. It's okay, let it be. I mean, I could have expected that, although I thought I would be safe here. That's fine. Meanwhile, 50 TP prototype is making pressure over there. That's good. How about this Mr. Progetto? Progetto is in the open field. We are slapping him, and we are winning the trades in this situation as well. That's very, very good. 3 seconds to go, 2 seconds to go, 1 second to go. We are going to go for another one, and luckily we are eliminating him from the game. Absolutely glorious. And now, once again, all we are doing, we are waiting until enemy team will make silly goose mistake. As you can see, we are not super aggressive at the moment. We are not playing in front like crazy mother truckers. We are allowing politely enemies to make silly goose mistakes, right? That's what we are allowing enemies to do. That's good. Okay. Now, Mr. Panther. This is going to be tiny touch more aggressive play, and considering there is 3 enemy artists, right? I think this is not the most intelligent one, but we are being patient and we are waiting until Panther will move back. If Mr. Panther is moving back, we are slapping him. If this Vaka is going up like this, we are slapping him as well. Although, to be completely honest with you, I do not really think it is going to be the case. Our ISU said, you know what, I had enough of this camping simulator. I am just going to go in the open field and I will allow enemies to farm me. Meanwhile, we were waiting patiently and luckily we slapped the Panther. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very, very nice. Okay, what to do next? This is the question. What is the winning play over there, huh? What is the winning play? Oh wow, I'm spotted. From where? Do you think someone could sit here? Huh. That's a weird one. Ah, maybe someone is sitting a bit deeper over there. Okay, that makes sense. Listen, what we are going to do now, we are going to relocate to this corner here. Why we are going to relocate? Because we have a volunteer T-3485 who is just simply politely waiting for us to slap the living crap out of him, right? This is what we want to see, and this is what we are doing. Good, good, good. We are going to take this corner. Also, I'm very, very well aware of the ISU who hit me from the red line before. I am extremely well aware of that, and I know that this gentleman should be sitting here. Also, we can clearly see that I got spotted. That basically means they still have the sniper schnitzel right there. And we are using our extremely good gun handling and alpha damage. As you can see, fellas, the highlight playing of this tank is that I am not really playing like a super heavy with this vehicle. I am being extremely, extremely conservative. How do I approach the enemy forces over there, and how do I get involved? This is the right way to play with this vehicle, fellas. Or at least this is what I want to believe, that this is the right way to play with this tank, right? By the way, where the penetration goes standard 218 and goal 245. Where the penetration goes, it isn't ideal. That's for sure, okay? And that's important to highlight. Meanwhile, we spotted... actually, not quite. We figured out where T25AT is. Beautiful, we are slapping him in the face. Now, ISU luckily doesn't really pay attention what is happening around him. So we are going to pre-aim where we think this gentleman should be, and the gun is the highlight of this vehicle. Very, very beautiful. So once again, if you are playing with this tank, what I would recommend to do, I would recommend for you not to be crazy aggressive. Use the gun instead of using brute force. If you are playing with a mouse, object, or whatever else, you know, yes, then you can use the brute force. With this tank, you need to be smart, okay? Use the gun, try to do your best not to make silly goose mistakes, and wait until enemy will make a mistake. Obviously, there is situations when your team is melting, you know, then it is very, very nice. And there is situations when enemy team is melting. And if it happened to be enemy team is melting, then you need to make a hardcore pressure, right? But other than that, we are okay. Anyways, 3.7 thousand damage, 100 assisting damage. I am feeling happy with my performance. Third by experience, first by the damage, and we got 32,000 profits. So far, we are doing very, very well. Let's try to do that one more time. Okay, last but not least, this is going to be a hard one. What do we have? Ruinberg standard battle, and we are playing against the tier 10s. Phase 1 is a humongous danger, E75 is humongous danger. Those two tanks are extremely, extremely powerful to play against, especially when your gold penetration is only 245. So this is a bit of the issue, and this is a bit of the problem. How we can make it work? Well, soon we will figure this out. Our mission is to play hold down to the best of our abilities, right? Hopefully it will work just fine. Hopefully it will work just fine. Oh, Mr. Leopata, how are you doing this fine day? I don't really think enemies will react instantly that we are peeking against this mother trucker, instantly slapping him for 400 in the face. We are not messing around, and we are not playing around. We are just, we came here to do the job, okay? That's what we are doing. Beautiful gun handling, straight into the pot on the tank, cupola without any questions asked. And once again, fellas, this is the highlight, you know? Be fast, aim well, and slap enemies without any questions asked, and you are going to be completely fine with this vehicle. Boom, another beautiful shot, very, very nice. We understand the dangers of this game. E75 is dangerous, phase 1 is dangerous, right? We do understand the dangers of this game. And we will try to do our best not to make a silly goose peaks and not to get slapped by the enemy forces, for obvious reasons, right? Beautiful, beautiful tracking shot. Very, very nice. Excellent. Luckily, phase 1 is a bit of the tourist, right? So we are kind of chilling and we are kind of enjoying ourselves. Trying to hit him into cupola. That's okay. Not a big deal. And obviously, he slapped us back to cupola. But that's to be expected, and this is understandable. We are fine. I do not know what our Lynx is doing, but boys, oh boys, I have a feeling that he is having a blast, okay? Whatever is he doing, he is having an absolutely amazing time. He's going with the laps, he is saying, "Daddy, daddy, look at this backwards, whee!" Fellas, I wish to have the same amount of the fun as this Lynx is having. I'm telling you, he may not be the best player in the world of tanks, but going like crazy mother trucker like this and just straight up enjoying himself, that's what World of Tanks is missing, right? At least in my humble opinion, right? And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the game, right? But I can promise you that I am not even as close where the enjoyment level goes as this gentleman is. And this is not a bad thing, fellas. I remember whenever I started playing World of Tanks back in 2012, I was stopping sideways to the enemy and I had a blast while making 0 shots per game or 1 shot per game or something like that. It was absolutely glorious. And it was absolutely amazing, I'm telling you. That was good experience. Okay, that's to be expected. I think the death is nearby and the death is coming. 3, 2, 1, boom. Another Ferrari. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We eliminated this gentleman. We still have a bit of the hit points left, but to be completely honest with you, that phase 1 is absolutely disgusting for us. Right? That phase is extremely, extremely dangerous tank. Now, Kiliana, he should be able to slap this this concept without any questions asked. And we are just trying to do our best to survive. Okay, there is nothing to do to survive at the moment. At the moment, all we need to do, we need to get involved to the best of our abilities against this E75, right? Aiming for the lower plate, luckily hitting him to the lower plate. That is very, very good thing. And this E75 is taking one. I want this E75 to hit me. I do not really mind about this, believe me or not. Sharing hit points. Sharing is caring, fellas. Sharing is caring. Unfortunately, I missed the shot and now I am down to fartable. At this point, our situation and our play over there is significantly harder than it was before. It is way harder. Our turtle is trying to do his best in order to hold this mother trucker hostage, but the death is nearby and there is nothing what we can change about this. I'm looking to this phase 1 and I'm hoping that his reaction is bad. Luckily it is the case and his reaction was bad. Now all we need to do, we need to try to survive for 1 more shot, but we cannot. Listen, it is not bad, you know? In this situation, once again, 1 out of 2 fears kind of effed us up, and I would be dead either way, you know? Because E75 was coming and he's very powerful. If I would have a hits, it would be a bit different situation, but in this way, fellas, no complaints, no regrets from my end. So, let's see the score. And we are back, fellas. I'm happy with this session. We actually slapped the living crap out of this tank. I really hope that this vehicle will help, or maybe not this vehicle, but overall this video will help you to improve with a 53 TP if it happened to be you are struggling with this tank. It is a beautiful vehicle. Anyways, 2,600 damage, 700 tracking damage, 3 kills, hip hip hooray. We are second by experience. We are 4th by the damage, and we got ourselves 32,000 minus. That's to be expected considering we were spamming gold. And overall, our session is unfortunately a 33% win ratio, but where the performance goes, 3.3 thousand average damage, 300 assisting damage. Fellas, you can say whatever you want, we made 53 TP work very, very well. And for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope it was informative. If it was, remember to leave the like. It helps for the YouTube algorithm. And thank you very much for watching and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.